guys. So the video is going to be just another makeup haul of things that I've purchased as well as products that I have received through PR. I'm gonna get started. It is gonna be really long. Most of the products have been things that I've gotten since the start of 2021. Let's get started, I guess. And if you were curious, everything that I have on my face was from a video that I had just recently done. It was my Project Pan video, 21 products in 2021. So all the products that I had in that Project Pan I have on my face. It's still in this little basket here, so I'll link that in a card if I remember. And my eyes, I didn't have an eyeshadow palette or anything in the Project Pan, so it's just like a combination of a few different eyeshadows. If you are curious, I can link it below. But other than that, let's jump into it. So I think I'm going to start with products that I've bought myself first. I find that to be the most interesting, so let me do that. So now that I'm looking at everything, I do believe I purchased a few of these things after or before 2021, but I got them really late, or they were like a last minute win. What I did do was all of January 2021, I did not purchase anything. So everything else that I had purchased was in February, which is a lot. The first thing I had purchased was one of the sets from Anastasia Beverly Hills. It was like a box set that was the Sultry palette. I'm sure you've all seen this palette before. I was happy to see that they brought it back for this holiday. This is one of the prettiest palettes, and it's basic, but its use is going to be well loved. So I am happy to see that they brought it out again for the holiday 2020 season. I do still believe this is available still in Ulta, but if it is available, I will link it down below. It was a set. So the Sultry palette did come with a deluxe size of the ABH eye primer. I'm not an obsessed person over this, but I also don't hate it either. It's okay. I will definitely use it all up since I have this in my collection. I do think if you do more, basic makeup, or you just use neutral shades, you don't need a primer that has like a color base. Like, this is a very light, almost white based primer. You just need a translucent primer if you really want one. It also came with the Anastasia Beverly Hills liquid liner. I haven't opened it. I'm not going to open it because I have quite a few liquid liners in my Project Pan, as well as just in my collection in general, so I want to start using some up before I open any more liners. And the same with this. This was also in the set. It's the mascara from ABH. What is Lash Brag? The ABH Lash Brag mascara. Again, I have a couple mascaras in my Project Pan, but I also have a lot in my collection in general. For whatever reason, I've just received so many mascaras recently, so I'm trying to finish up and use what I have open before I open any more. So these 3 products are not opened yet. I've already used the Sultry palette. It's great. If you can still get your hands on it, do so. I know it's on sale when I purchased it, so I'm sure it is still on sale if it's available. I also purchased this Duo mini set. The reason why I had purchased this, and I made a video about this, I just don't know if I ever want to post the video. Maybe I will at some point, I just haven't decided. But the video was what minis and sample sizes have made me buy or want to buy the full-size product. So I purchased this little set. It's the Lila B Aglow Priming Oil and Aglow Face Mist Duo set. They're just, like they're smaller sizes that they have available. And I purchased it because I know so many people rave about the Glow Mist. And I had a little sample size of the priming oil holy moly, this stuff is so good. I love it. I like both of them, so that was my reasoning for grabbing these, picking them up, buying them. If your preference is anything like mine, I do think you would like it as well. I like a really dewy face. I normally don't set my face down anymore unless I'm trying to do like a really full coverage look. I also picked up the set. It's from Valentino. It's the Voce Viva fragrance set. So it came with both of these guys, and like I said, it was a really good deal. I got the sample size fragrance of the Voce Viva, and it smells really good. It's kind of candy sweet, which I don't normally like. Like I don't like that powdered sugar florally type of scents at all, but this doesn't smell floral necessarily. It does smell like sugar sweet, so if you like product candy, you probably would like this, but it also has just a deeper, more like sensual undertone to it. So if you like Coco Chanel, like the original one, not Mademoiselle, I think you'd like this. If you like Victor and All Flower Bomb, I think you would like this. If you like the YSL Black Opium, Giorgio Armani C, I think you're gonna like these as well. And it's a good little set. It is available on Sephora. I'm not sure about Ulta. So if I do link this, it'll be the Sephora link. I also picked this up from Sephora, and I've talked on Instagram about how disappointed I am in this product. It just didn't perform in the way I expected it to. It's from Makeup by Mario. It's one of their Master Crystal Reflector highlighters. I have it in the shade Bronzite. Now, seeing it on camera, it actually might be doing a little bit more justice for it. It looks shiny on camera, but in person it has these really beautiful glitters, but for whatever reason, translating it onto the eye doesn't work. Let's see if I can put it on my skin. It's kind of hard to see, but like I said, the sparkles and the glitter reflex in it just don't translate on the eyelids in the way I expected it. I expected it to almost translate the way like the Fenty Beauty diamond bombs would look if you put them on your eyes. Like it's that really sheer base and then just a ton of impactful micro glitters. That's what I was hoping this would be like, and it's not. The only way I found this to give that sort of like micro glitter effect is using it as a highlight. That was the best way I found to use this. It's not worth it if you're just going to put it on your eyes. And I know they have two other colors. They have a more yellow gold tone, and then they have like a sheer white color as well. Don't get the white. If you want something that looks like that, just go with the original Fenty Beauty Diamond Bomb, or purchase the Stila, what is it? It's their All Over Glimmer, Heaven's Dew All Over Glimmer highlight in Silver Lake. It performs exactly the same way as the Fenty Beauty Diamond Bomb, and it's cheaper, I'm pretty sure. I've only seen it available on the Stila website, if you were wondering about that. But I do think you would like that more than any of the three options from Makeup by Mario. So yeah, I'll still keep it. I still like to have it in my collection. I just wasn't as thrilled over the performance as I was expecting to be, if that makes sense. I ran out of clear nail polish recently, so I just picked up a new little bottle since I've been doing my own nails a lot more recently. It's just the Sally Hansen Mega Strength Ultra Shine Top Coat, but this same line has a matte top coat that I thought was interesting, so I picked it up as well. I just got both of these at CVS, And I also picked up a black because I wanted to do black matte nails because I love them. It's also from Sally Hansen, but it's their Insta Dry line, and it's the shade Black to Black. So I picked up all three of these at CVS. You can find them at anywhere. I mean, it's very reasonably priced, and I'm sure you can get them at Target, your drugstore, wherever you normally go. I change my nail polish color out so often that I don't really care how long they last. That's just me. A couple other fun things. These are more of the fun things that I purchased. I bought a bunch of like nail brushes. I got a whole set of these. I don't know where they all are because they're all over the place. I actually have 2 more down here. I purchased a whole set of like thin nail brushes with these really thin, bristles to first use on my nails to do like fun designs. I've just been enjoying doing my nails recently, but I also got them as a dual purpose with the Marin mixing liquid that I had picked up because I've been wanting to do like graphic liner looks, and I have already done a few. They're on my Instagram if you want to check them out. But yeah, I don't like those cake liners where you just add water to activate them. I think that's a lot of money. I find that really expensive. You can make any eyeshadow you have and use it as a liquid liner if you have the Marin makeup mixing liquid. So I picked up a big boy of this. I bought it off of Amazon. It was like $8. So well worth the price. Second to last thing I picked up is the Maybelline Lash Sensational Sky High mascara. This has been all over the place. So many people have been talking about this. I know this got raved about on TikTok. I wanted to pick it up to see if it was as raved about and if it was worth having the rave that it caused. Yes, I do think if you are looking to get longer lashes, this product helps, although I was surprised when I opened it how fast I was using this up. I'm almost done with this, and I picked it up in the beginning of February. It is now March 1st when I am filming this, so I don't understand how I went through this so fast. It's not like there's a small amount of product in here. It's the same amount as most mascaras, just 0.24 milliliters of product in here. So I was wondering if I was just adding so many layers up of this mascara that I was just using a lot of it, but I didn't think it clumped. It didn't make my lashes stick together looking like I had spider lashes. I really hate that. Actually, the Bad Gal Bang mascara tends to clump my lashes together to look really spidery, and I despise that. I want really flared out, separated lashes, but I want a lot of length. I don't necessarily care about volume, and if you're like me, you'll like this. It is good for lengthening. There is a reasoning why it was so raved about. It works. It really does. Last thing was I made a Colourpop order. Oh, I told myself I don't need any of this stuff from Colourpop, but of course I had to buy it, you know? So the first thing I picked up was the Soul Body Face and Body Bronzing Balm. They did not have the shade Light in stock, and I'm assuming they didn't have it in stock because people are comparing it and duping the shade color to the Chanel bronzer. I don't think I would have picked up the shade Light anyways. Like I said, I picked up the shade Fair. It is a warmer color, but especially since I'm not tanned right now, like this is the dead of winter, the start of spring, I don't need to have such a stark difference in a bronzer tone compared to my skin color. So this is the shade, maybe I'll do it on the back of my hand here. That's the fair shade, if you're wondering. This is a perfect match for me, especially when I'm using my lightest foundations. It's not a stark difference. It's impactful enough that you can, that it looks like you're naturally contoured and bronzed, but it's subtle enough that it doesn't look like a drastic makeup smeared on your face. So I do think people who like going for more of the natural, no makeup, you know, Kim Kardashian look, if you like the way Kylie and Kim Kardashian do their makeup, I think you'd really like a product like this, especially if you're my skin tone and lighter. Just grab fair. There's no need for you to get any other color any darker. Fair will work just fine for you. The last couple things that I had picked up from Colourpop was just a ton of their 9-pan eyeshadow palettes. Don't ask me why I did this. I don't know why I did. I wanted them and they had an amazing sale going on, so I splurged a little bit. It wasn't like it was expensive. Colourpop's pretty affordable to begin with, but these were some of the eyeshadow palettes I've had my eyes on for a while. So since it was February and they had a sale going on, I said, why not? I'm going to pick up a few. So I picked up the Mint to Be palette. That is the inside. Super pretty. It seems like a couple of the shades in a couple of these palettes are that Super Shock shadow spongy feeling, which I personally enjoy. I like that. I also picked up the Going Coconuts palette. Already used this one up a little, or used it a little bit. I really like the Going Coconuts. Making Mauves palette. Side. Lilac You a Lot. That's Lilac You a Lot. I love purple eyeshadows and everyone tells me purple looks good for my eye color. I've got like greeny, bluey, gray sort of eyes. Picked up that So Taupe. I do have to say I much prefer the cardboard packaging over the plastic. I am a very, or I should say I try to be very eco-conscious and, you know, an ethically responsible consumer. So I would like to see Colourpop just stick with cardboard packaging, stop putting mirrors in every single palette. It's not necessary. We all own many mirrors throughout many different products, so I don't think you need to put a mirror in every palette. Up in a, oh sorry, this is Aura and Out. It's from the tie-dye collection, I want to say. This was on sale for $7, and if it still is, please pick it up. It's so good. Like, it's so good. I love it. And I love this matte shade, and then these shimmery shades. Oh, they're just so good. Yes, I had this on my eyes in the last video I put up in my Project Pan video. This was the palette I was wearing in that video, if you were wondering. And last palette I picked up was In a Trance. It's more similar to Lilac You a Lot than I expected, especially, you know, the purple tones in here. Again, really pretty. I used this for some of the Instagram reels that I had done on my Instagram. If you want to go check it out, please do. I thought they were fun to make. I actually really do like the pressed glitter in here. I'm not a pressed glitter fan. I don't go out of my way to purchase them, but it was nice that it was in here. On that note, the second I went to wash the glitter off of my eyes, I got some in my eye and it hurt so bad. So yeah, I mean, you're really not supposed to be putting glitter on your eyes for a reason. So do it at your own risk. You didn't hear it from me. I have also gotten sent a few boxes of PR, both skincare, makeup, hair care. One of the first things that I had received in the start of 2021 was from Bobbi Brown. It's their Skin Longwear Weightless Foundation. I already have my full thoughts on this. I really enjoy this. I think the price tag is worth it when you're getting a foundation like this. I said before, and I've stated it on my Instagram, that I have a very yellow undertone and I have a lot of green in the base of my skin. So a lot of warm foundations look very peach on me, and a lot of pink foundations and neutral foundations look very pink on my skin. This one is the shade 2.5 Warm Sand, and it actually is a very good match for me right now. I would say maybe it could go slightly lighter and slightly greener, but I mean, it's such a good match you can't even really see it on my hand. It is a really nice match. Blend it out a little bit there. So I do like this. It has a nice satin, almost matte type of finish to it without being uncomfortable. It says it's full coverage. Yeah, I would say it's a high medium coverage, and it is very buildable. It doesn't end up looking cakey on the skin, which I do enjoy, especially because I don't wear a lot of full coverage foundations anymore. I really just stick to tinted, I really just stick to tinted moisturizers, BB creams, you know, light coverage foundations. But I do like having this in my collection, and I'm glad it's here. I'm glad I have a new medium full coverage foundation available if I need it. Pop Beauty sent me over a ton of products on two separate occasions. So let me gather them up. So first, they sent me two of their Plump Pout volume glosses. I have the sheer color, and then I have the shade Watermelon Wow. They're not sticky, tacky, thick, which I'm happy about. I don't like really thick, tacky glosses. This one is pretty opaque. Yeah, it's pretty opaque. This isn't necessarily the color I would go for. I like more neutral glosses, especially if they're going to be as opaque as this. But, you know, I have this like nice pretty watermelon coral type of color if I want to put a gloss over top, a matte lip color in the same shade. I like the clear one a lot more. I actually do really enjoy this. It almost smells kind of minty, but it doesn't feel minty on the lips, which I am happy about. I do not like that minty feeling on my lips at all. They also sent me one of the Light Show eyeshadow palettes in the in Fire Fit. I think that's the name of it. It's all mattes with a few shimmers, and then they have two pressed glitters inside. The mattes are fine. I actually enjoy the mattes, especially for this being a drugstore palette. The glitters I do like in here, the two pressed glitters, the 1, 2. The only thing that's a downfall in this palette are the shimmers are not the best. I like shimmers in other palettes. I also like shimmers that I have in my single shadows way more than the shimmers in here. But, you know, if you are on a strict budget and you just wanted something that had a little bit more color to it with neutral options as well, and they just had some fun different shadows for you to try, this is an option that is available at CVS now. For some of their pucker up patches, it's their hydrogel lip mask patches. I haven't used them or opened them yet. They're so cute. I love the little packagings. It takes me a while to use lip masks and face masks. I don't use them often. They are fine. I mean, they're fun to do. They're cheap enough that purchasing a few isn't, you know, crazy expensive. Again, it is available at CVS. They sent their Makeup Magnet Mist, setting mist. This is fine. It works just great. There is no scent to it, at least nothing that is noticeable to me. It is a good makeup mist. I don't necessarily think it sets your makeup. but it is a good like fixing spray. I don't use setting sprays in the form of setting my face and setting my foundation. I just use it to calm any powders and just to give my skin more hydration. That's the only reason why I use sprays like this. They also sent one of their flash shadows. This is the shade Crushed Copper. This is really pretty. I would recommend, if you were thinking about this or the eyeshadow palette, just pick up their liquid shadows. These are way, way prettier. And I'll swatch it next to the lip gloss so you can see. Look at that. It's super shiny, pretty. It's a really pretty color too. It's a good neutral shade. Sent me their Permanent Pout liquid lip color. I've said this before. I know that we're still in a pandemic and we still have to wear masks, but if I have to wear a lip product, like if I'm going somewhere and I want to look nice, I'm wearing a liquid lipstick. It doesn't transfer onto my mask. It doesn't smear. You know, a regular stick lipstick smears. It comes off. A lip gloss, same thing. It's sticky. So I was happy that they sent over a shade from their liquid lipstick line. It's a really pretty pink nude shade. I really like it. I've worn this already. It's very comfortable. Get a good swatch of it. It almost reminds me of the formulas from Ofra Cosmetics. It doesn't totally dry down matte like my KVD or my Kylie liquid lipsticks. It just has that comfortable, like, doesn't totally dry out your lips formula. So Youre sent me some of their lashes. I don't have anything that tells me what style they are. I truly do not remember, but I love the case that it comes in. They are really pretty lashes. The band is thin. I enjoy that. I don't like thick bands. It also comes with, you know, plastic tweezers, some glue if you need it, but they also sent over, and for whatever reason I lost it already. I just had it in my hands 20 minutes ago and now it's gone. But with this, they sent their black liquid liner eyeliner glue. Like, it comes in like an actual like liquid eyeliner pen form, like a felt tip pen, if you just need something for an hour or so. And it's way more portable and easy to redo if you just carry around a black liquid liner than you are trying to carry around like this guy, because then you gotta peel your lash off, put it on. You know, the pen, you don't have to peel your lash on. You can just, you know, add it more, you know, in the inner corner or outer corner, wherever it's lifting up, and then push the lash back on and it works just fine. L'Oreal sent over their Infallible 24-Hour Fresh Wear Foundation. This also blew up on TikTok, I want to say. I have the wrong shade for how light I am, but I do think this is going to be fantastic for me in the summertime. This is beautiful. This is absolutely worth the hype that it gets. Oh my gosh, it's so good. I don't even know how to describe it. It's a very velvety finish. A little bit of this powder goes a long way. It doesn't look powdery. Like, it looks like a full coverage foundation without being cakey. Oh my gosh, it's so good. It's well worth picking up if you were thinking about it. It is a little bit more expensive at the drugstore. I think I saw it at Target for like $11 to $13. But again, if you can find your shade, that is well worth the money in my personal opinion. Glow Recipe sent me both shades of their Lip Pop Balm. They have the blueberry and the watermelon. They smell amazing. This is actually their new, it's not a new reformulation. They've just made the lip balm look different, I guess. So there's more product in it now that it's flat instead of like that slanted lipstick look. They smell good. Oh, they smell so good. I think that they're sheer enough that you can wear it on its own without any other makeup on your face. That's one of my biggest pet peeves. Like, I hate those lip balms or lip glosses that pH balance to your skin. That is such a load of shit. Sorry, that's a load of shit. They all look bright pink on me. They look disgusting. Really turn a shade on your lips. It's just a very, very, very sheer tinted lip balm. And they smell good. There's a little bit of like sugar in it for a lip scrub. I didn't think I liked it at first, but it went away pretty fast and it didn't bug me, so now I actually do really enjoy these. YSL sent over one of their new shades in their Rouge Volupte Shine Oil in Stick. It's from their like Chilies collection line. I could stare at their packaging all day. I love YSL packaging, but this is the shade I got. It was the shade 122. Just a really pretty burnt brown, burnt red tone. Just a nice everyday color. Glad I picked it up. I love the smell of this. It reminds me of like mango lemonade or peach lemonade. It's a really, really good smell. I've always loved this formula. They, you know, hit this formula out of the ballpark. It's great, so I'm glad to see that they are expanding on their shade range. Rare Beauty sent me over their 3 newest products from their most recent launch. So they sent over the liquid eyeshadow in the shade Nearly Berry. Okay, so this is the eyeshadow Nearly Berry. Their lip gloss balm in the shade Nearly Apricot. This is very, very sheer. And then they sent over the melting blush in the shade Nearly Mauve. So that's the blush. Swatch it. And that's the blush shade. My thoughts on these was actually very different than I expected that they would be. I've heard a lot of people say they do not like the other liquid blushes from Rare Beauty. They say they're way too pigmented. They don't need something that pigmented. These aren't like that. These are much easier to blend into the skin without them looking like you turned into a clown. I love this. I love this formula. This is one of the best formulas in a cream blush form. I do think you don't need to collect the entire line of the blushes. They're all very sheer enough that they're gonna look fairly similar on your skin. So pick up 1 or 2 shades, that's all you need. And the same with the lip balms. They all are just so sheer on the lips. You don't need more than 1 or 2 shades. I think this lip balm was going for $18 on the Sephora site, which is so expensive for a liquid lip balm. But I really, really like this formula. This formula is so good. I'm a fan. I really do think if I finish this that I'll end up purchasing another one just because I do like the formula so much. It's really comfortable on the lips. It's really moisturizing. And they did a really, really good job with formulating this product. And something that I thought I would like and I just don't like it at all. It's the liquid eyeshadow, and it could just be, and I've stated this before on Instagram, it could be the shade. This is very patchy, very patchy. It's also supposed to stay in place and not move throughout the 5-6 hours. I had to keep patting it out with my finger because it would crease. It was so creasy. It's super patchy. And I don't have oily lids, mind you, so the fact that it was creasing on my lids is weird. Very weird, especially for me. I don't have oily eyelids, so I can't imagine someone who has oily eyelids, how this would perform for them. One of my friends got this sent to her as well, and she did not have an issue with the shade she had, but she had one of the lighter shades. This is the darkest shade in the collection. It just doesn't work for me. I know one of my other friends also picked this dark shade for herself, and she has a much deeper skin tone than me, and she also thought it was very, very patchy. So I think it's a very hit or miss product. It's also $20. There's other powder shadows as well as other liquid shadow forms that perform better than this one does. Unfortunately, I cannot recommend this. As far as first impressions and then trying it on, Becca Cosmetics sent their newest line, the Light Shifter line, and their finishing veil and their dewing tint. So they sent me the shade Light Seeker, which is 2.5. How do I talk about this? I love this. It's sheer light coverage. You can build it up if you want to. It has this beautiful dewy glowiness on your skin when you're wearing it, very similar to the Charlotte Tilbury Hollywood Flawless Filter product, except this has more of a coverage than that does. It's less shiny and just more like healthy looking on the face. Get this. This is such a good product. I definitely think I'm gonna have to pick up another one of these, especially because Becca's going out of business. Right when I found one of my favorite products from them, besides their highlighters, I'm gonna have to pick up another one so I can have it as a backup, because I know I'll finish this, especially during the summertime. They also sent the Star Child shade 2 in the, what is it called, the finishing veil. It's like a pretty little mirror, so I don't want to blind you, but I like it more now that I use it in the way it's meant to be used. This is how mine looks now. I didn't like it at first. I thought it was going to be more of like a setting powder that was pressed. It does not give you that coverage. Like, it doesn't set your foundation down in that way. People have compared this to the finishing veil from Hourglass. And yes, I would agree, it's more a product like that, except that picks up more product on your brush. This is super, it almost feels like there's nothing being picked up on your brush, but it does leave a nice, like, filtered effect on your skin when you are using this. I don't think you have to pair these two together. You can wear this on its own. You can use this with other foundations and other products. They don't have to be worn together to work well. So yeah, there's that. I got sent this huge PR box from Makeup Revolution. They're so nice. This is the second box I have received from them filled with makeup and skincare, since Makeup Revolution has a skincare line now. There's some good stuff in here. Good stuff. Okay. First thing I gotta talk about, because I think I like this mascara better than the Maybelline Sky High mascara. How many of you have heard of this? It's the Lift and Define 5D Lash Extra Dimension Mascara from Makeup Revolution. Oh, this is good. This is good. I opened it because I wanted to try it. I had to try it. I can't help myself. I had to try it. This is what the tube looks like. Oh my god. Oh my god. You want the prettiest, fluttery, fluffiest looking lashes without looking clumpy. It never clumps. It's the best thing about it. It doesn't clump. It adds good length, just enough volume, but your lashes just look like wispy, fluffy, almost like you got lash extensions put in, but you didn't. I don't know a better way to describe this mascara. I'll show you the wand. It's honestly just a really classic looking, you know, brush wand, but there's just something about how stiff the brush bristles are. It keeps every lash separated so that they don't stick together and start looking spidery. And you know, it coats perfectly well. Oh, I love this. I love this so much. I'm so happy that they sent this product specifically to me. It's great. You can find it on Ulta Beauty. You can't find it on the Makeup Revolution site, but you can find it on Ulta Beauty, which is where I recommend if you live in the States. They had also sent me over one of their lip vinyl shades. It's their Intense Shine lip gloss in the shade Thirsty. It's just like another pretty watermelon shade. I haven't opened it yet, but they sent that over as well. They also sent over their Conceal and Fix Pore Perfecting Primer. It's their Velvet Priming Balm. So I have not gotten to, it's so bright and reflective. Like I said, I haven't gotten to use this product yet. Maybe I'll do a video of me trying all the new makeup that I've received in PR, or just all the new makeup that I've gotten over the last month. I'm trying not to blind you. So this is the packaging. It's set up very similar to like the Tatcha primer and the e.l.f. Cosmetics primer. I'm really excited to try this because I like both the Tatcha and the e.l.f. one, so I am curious how this compares. So yeah. Maybe I'll do a video of new makeup that I try. If you're curious, let me know. I sent over another container of their luxury baking banana powder. This is the second container I got, so I might just send this to one of my friends. I do like the formula of this powder. I do think I need one shade lighter when I'm the shade I am now, because this is just a little too dark for me, but I do like the banana shade, especially for the summer times. But it is a good baking powder if you were thinking about picking it up for yourself. If you are my skin tone or lighter, pick up a lighter shade. Otherwise, banana will work for you if you're any darker than me, which is a lot of people. One more makeup products, and then we'll get into the skincare that they sent me. They sent over the Fix and Glow Ultra Glow Primer. I haven't opened it yet. It's very liquidy. I just put it on the palm of my hand there. It feels like a very liquidy highlighter. It's soaking into the skin very fast, and it just has a nice glow dew to it. So that might be really nice. I'll have to remember to use this soon. Makeup Revolution was so kind. They've been so kind to me for so long. They always like my posts and whatnot. They sent me 2 of their eyeshadow palettes. These types of palettes are available at Target now. Let me just talk about them. So the first one they sent me was the Forever Flawless palette in the Affinity. If you see these available in Target, pick this up. This is the best eyeshadow line that they have come out with that I have tried. I have the Allure palette that's in the same pretty tin, like marbled packaging. That formula is so good. The mattes are so easy to work with. That's like my favorite part about it, I think. It's just the mattes are very easy to work with. The shimmers are stunning. They're not hard pressed. They're actually easy to work with as well. And this palette actually has a few pressed glitters if you were into that sort of thing. Even if you weren't, I'm pretty sure these only run for $15, so it's definitely worth the money if you wanted to buy them or you saw them in Target. If you see these palettes in Target, pick one of them up. It is so good. It's so worth the $15 that you're spending on this. This is fantastic. They also sent me the the same tin packaged palette. It's the Makeup Revolution Chilled palette. It's with cannabis sativa seed oil, so it's probably a little bit more creamy since it has that oil mixed into the eyeshadow formula. This one's so pretty. I'm so glad I got this color scheme because this is right up my alley. Look at all these greens and grungy tones. Again, there are a few pressed glitters, which I don't mind. I don't mind pressed glitters, I just don't wear them often. But look how pretty that is. Isn't that gorgeous? So yeah, I haven't touched this one yet, but I am really excited to dig into this one. I've already played with this one a couple times and it's a beautiful formula. Like I said, I know I've seen this one at Target and I know I've seen this one at Target as well. If you find any of these Makeup Revolution palettes that have the tin packaging, you've got to pick them up. They're $15 and they're so worth that price point. I mean, this is one of the best formulas of eyeshadows that you're going to find in the drugstore. The only other ones I could recommend personally are the e.l.f. Eyeshadow formulas and their bite-sized palettes. Thank you so much to that brand. I mean, they truly support smaller creators, especially over on Instagram, because Instagram doesn't get a lot of hype, but I like that they're so willing to, you know, send makeup to people who don't have thousands and thousands of subscribers. I only have 3,500 over on Instagram and I just reached that recently, and they're all about, you know, ageless beauty, unisex beauty, you know, affordable beauty, and cruelty-free. So you're not stuck in a niche. It's, you know, makeup isn't made for just one type of person. Anyone can wear it. And they're really basing their brand on that now, and I highly commend them for that. That is an A+ in my book.